Alright, try to get enough warnings out to everyone. I'll still work on it for Instagram here. And there's the echo because I have my iPad on this. So, quick little thing. Working on some more inking, so that'll be fun. You know what? Just gonna send that. Alright, so if anyone that's joining me will join me. Anyone who isn't, that's fine. I'm hoping that I'm building more of an audience. So, getting to the very end of my India ink here. So again, for those that have seen my videos, I just put my ink here in an escargot tray. Picked this up from Terry Moore, and for anyone that's caught any of my videos, I've probably said that a bunch of times. But each video is someone's first. So instead of doing like a full-on panel with story, I thought I'd tackle one of the splash pages. I'm going to work on the figures first because I can. Alright, do I have anyone yet? And for anyone not in the know, who I'm inking right now is a person named Stinky. Now I have to go through my Tic Toc Tom back issues, but kind of get more of a story. But he is the owner of This World's Geek Shop, which is a comic store in the world of Tic Toc Tom. And I don't know why he's called Stinky. For the most part, like, it doesn't seem overly every time I've seen him drawn, like, the most dirt I actually see him is with his 5 o'clock shadow. I'll have to ask Chetan about that. I'll have to do some more reading. Sorry, I actually got. I'm going to do my stupid little, make sure everything is alright. I'm working so I don't have to have that screen on. Test my YouTube while I'm at it too, and that's one thing about using these older, more traditional inking is sometimes I have to wait for ink to dry, and alright, so YouTube is doing its same old nonsense. Alright, but yeah, as I was saying, sometimes I have to let the ink dry. Now, I should probably section this out. But I'm not going to. And if I decided I was using more modern tools, I wouldn't have to worry about stuff like my ink, smudging my ink. But yeah, I'll probably go over again with the brush, and this is where I should probably consider doing this properly, because now I've put myself into a bit of a corner here. But haha, I don't have a. I'll probably be going in with a brush in a moment. Sometimes I start off with the brush. Sometimes I actually even go as far as to ink the outlines of the characters with a brush. It's a little thicker to help kind of make them pop out against the background. I haven't done that this time. Yet. I may still go over. My small brush is giving me problems. I might have to end up replacing it. If I ever break it out, I'll show you what I mean. What? Let me do one more share here. Let's turn the volume here down. Forgot one group that I usually make my artistic misadventures aware of. And that gives me time for, again, another quick second for my ink to dry. And for those that have seen my videos before, I'm actually enjoying using my inking, or my escargot tray for ink. It is the perfect, seems to be the perfect depth, so I can dip my pen and a brush without drowning it. Apparently that's a thing. not going for hyper realism here. Have a more cartoony style. Well, I don't know if it's cartoony or what. Like, it's not Bugs Bunny. Not like Jim Lee, so I'm trying to figure out where exactly. Style fits in. And now, easily my favorite Tic Toc Tom character to draw, Iggy. And the one thing I always enjoy about Iggy is that I have given her a different hairstyle almost every single time I've drawn her. Now, thing about the first Tic Toc Tom story I read, I'm introduced to Stinky here. He was tasked with guarding this crate in the alleyway of the geek shop. And that parlayed itself into a whole series of misadventures with space pirates and a talking detective pigeon. It is an interesting read, that story. I don't have it readily available in front of me. Actually, I might. Yes. Haha. Check this out. Tic Toc Tom Temptation. Again, the first Tic Toc Tom comic I've read cover to cover. Was not the last. And I did backtrack the back issues. Our lead guy, Chetan, he has made a very special point to make sure that everything is accessible. Kind of giving Iggy this kind of top, and it's a loose top, and I just put a belly button ring on Iggy for no reason at all. And this will be another point. Iggy is always predominantly in black. I guess that's the thing about a black and white comic, is that all the characters wear black. So that is thing there. I'm sorry, my multitasking is god awful. Maybe one day I'll actually maybe talk my wife or my little one into helping me with the social media aspect of this thing, like making me aware if I have someone actually chimes in, or to help send out, hey, I'm on Twitch. And sort of thing to help manage that aspect, but this is my thing. And decided this time to put Iggy in yoga pants. Because I can. That's why. I really have to have less of a time limit on my stuff. I'll figure out Twitch in a moment. I'll block out these letters. I might end up just blacking that in. It's supposed to be 2 L's in kill, but Iggy is at enough of a angle that I can actually don't have to have the full word, and I didn't think that through. Now my goal for tonight is I've just used up I've just got the last of my Higgins here. I'm going to try to use all of that up. I should have just got the brush and ink that in like so, but the other thing I tend to do a little bit when I'm inking too is I'll correct some of my pencils. I don't know if this is actually correcting or just making the problem worse or different, but it was something that I did not like, so I'm going to change it. And you know what, if I was half as smart as I thought I was, I would have finished the feet. Because I'm not a fan of drawing feet. I don't know what to, figured Iggy's got a runner on, but I'm not sure which. And just trying to think of what else to ink next. All right. You know what? I think the crate is going to be next. And I went over the line here. I'm not super concerned about that because Iggy's and this is a look I've put on Iggy before. For those, I did a pinup for a different Tic Toc Tom project with Iggy in this outfit, visiting someone in the hospital with a broken leg. Right, and I'm gonna do a lot of flippy flip. Oh, and I didn't even. Ink in Stinky's coffee, but he is not holding properly at all. Okay, I'm going to do a dab test. Oh, and it would frickin' help if I actually finished inking the box. Now, the one thing I did not think through on this box is having the foot block here where the box kind of meets, so it's kind of an awkward way if I added the slats. Or slats. Words aren't working. Brain isn't braining. I get the feeling I am doing this wrong. I am feeling this in my shoulder. And the only reason I haven't figured out what exactly shading technique if I can call it a technique, I'll be doing here. I just know I didn't want it. I wanted to show some kind of shadow, but I didn't want it to be just blacked out, because again I will be blacking out Iggy's tights here. That's probably, actually, you know what I can do? And I won't be adding a lot of detail into this. Because this is a comic shop. I'm going to throw a little unauthorized cameo from another Canadian book I've had a little bit of involvement with. A little book called Omega Squad. That's more fun for the whole family kind of book. Lots of Star Wars and Sesame Street. A lot of pop culture references in general. Chris has done 4 of these books that are available on Amazon, and I haven't done a story, but I've done like a pin-up, like back matter for 4 of the books that he has out at the moment. Again, this isn't going to be a huge, I'm not going to put a lot of detail because it's meant to be a poster. I feel like I've dabbed too much ink here, so keep a scratch pad beside me here. This was a Spider-Man drawing that wasn't working out for me, and I think every artist gets like this. Get a piece you're not overly happy with, so you got to throw it out. But I'll use it as scrap to see here from anyone that tuned into my Witchblade. I made my color swatches there. I've tried my brush. I've gotten excess ink out of my pen like this. So might attempt to draw sidewalks. I'm not got bricks in the background here. I'm not going to like ink all of them. So I do want the figures to kind of stand out a little bit. I'm pretty sure I had these all lined out. Also, my goal here is to drain my pen, which it did. And since I've already, I don't know if you can see on the paper here where I've got all these X's. Actually, I will wait till the end for that. I'll actually work on the little brush here to try to bring my pen to a marker or brush. Good Lord. Let's go with a smaller brush and give Stinky his tie here. Black in his belt. Black in his shoes. Yeah, trying to figure out what the heck I did to my shoulder here to agitate it. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I will get in Iggy's wardrobe here. Actually, get her hair first. Trick for me is to ink around these letters. Without inking over. I might have to get some smaller brushes or at least replace this one. It's not doing for me to me right now, but every once in a while it splits on me, so I think, yeah, I have to replace. And this is a size. Just smack the mic. Size 0, so yeah, one of the smaller brushes, and I think I'll have to replace it. This is, as it turns out, outside of saying sable hair brush for comics, apparently the equivalent would be watercolor brush. So I should invest in another set as I've been getting into watercolors of late. Now here's a problem I just created for myself. Because Iggy is wearing black yoga pants and she had a leg or she's got one leg in front of the other, I've just blacked over the entire spot because I did not do these decided not to paint these up like traditional superhero spandex where I'd only blacken in the certain parts and leave the rest alone. I'll wait for that to dry. I think I've got a solution to kind of get myself out of that spot. Thicken up Iggy here. I'll thicken up Stinky in a second. Around her jaw was a bad call. It really is just me, myself, and I tonight. Alright, I think this is dry enough now. I can see if my solution will work. Usually does. Usually what I'll do is kind of get a Posca pen in there and just kind of separate and we'll add it. A little bit of cleanup there and just kind of a little bit to add shape. I think I'll work on Stinky now. I'll try to pump him up a little bit. Probably the most unbroken line I've ever done. And this might have been a little too thick for Stinky. Oh well. Just a little bit. There. Alright, so I've got this big space here. And if in doubt, because I have no real interest in doing any of the detail parts on the wall here, what we're going to do is just see if I have enough control in this. Just, yeah. I'm not going to go too far past the blue line I established for myself here. At least this, because odds are I will probably be, like even when I'm done broadcasting, I will be most likely still tweaking up these pages, I'm just getting kind of the broad parts in, just to kind of show my process, such as it is, and just kind of spend time working on just working live. I think I had this reserved for no parking. I might do another poster in there. I haven't made up my mind yet. Need a little bit more control as I ink myself. So I'll come in with a smaller brush here. I'll have to get a little controlled again with the small brush. Kind of get in. I meant to have a thumb there, but you know what? It's going to be covered. Some random dirt and debris. And this is what I'm talking about with the small brush. It's kind of forking, and don't know if you can see that. I've been at this almost an hour. Trying to think of what else I want to do with the inking here tonight. Maybe not so much with the inking, but maybe I'll fix. It's supposed to be an eyebrow there, but. I'm not going to do Iggy's eyelashes. It's far enough shot away where I'm not going to worry about it. And outline around this box a little. Get around her fingers here. I think I'll get the pen and ink in the Omega Squad. I will leave the. I think I'll leave the box alone. I tried to copy Chris's logo as much as I could by hand, but problem is I have lousy penmanship. But I'm hoping I've got enough of this down for anyone reading to get that. This poster is kind of a little tattered because you cannot have nice things in downtown Nexus City where this story is taking place. Say the same thing about downtown Oshawa. How much ink do I have left here? I am going to have to reclaim some of that. I think I am calling this one for, actually, no, wait. Let me get some more debris. I don't even know what this debris is supposed to be. There's a small part of me that wants to actually do more shadows in that here. Just to show that these two are casting a light, but that's something I'll probably think through outside of here first. Maybe. What do we got here? All right, I think for now I am done. I will reclaim my, actually I'll do the reclaiming the ink off screen. I do have just enough to be annoying. All right, so I know I don't always get anyone live here, but I do know every once in a while everyone will actually come in and check this out a little later, but yeah, so there we go. That is me inking a splash page somewhere in my Tic Toc Tom story. I don't always record live on TikTok, like what I call Tic Toc Tom Tuesdays, because my work schedule is, I work shifts, so I work every other Tuesday, which makes live streaming a little tricky. I'll get a little bit of Iggy's leg here. There. I may tinker around with this for more, but I am calling this done for now. For anyone that plans on checking this out, thank you very much. For those that have been in and kind of quiet, thanks for stopping in. And yeah, hope to do this again soon. Have a good